Hey, I'm a hater and I don't mean to be mean or whatever, but I don't understand it. It's like if you're a single mother, single father, whatever, and you have kids, and I don't even care if you have multiple well, if you're a woman, you have multiple baby daddies, that's wrong. If you're a man and you have multiple baby mamas, that's wrong. But if you have kids all by one person, and I'm not judging, well, technically I am because of what I just said. But it's like if you go and you're having a hard time and say your spouse abandoned you or something or passed or whatever, tragic times, hard times, you lost your jobs, and you go to the food bank or something or apply for government benefits. My thing is, if you have a car, I don't think you should be able to qualify to apply for government benefits because you can go to Uber, Instacart, Lyft, Amazon delivery. You could go apply as a truck driver, bus driver, taxi driver, all these different jobs where you can use that driver's license on top of other skills you might have. So it's like all these skills you can use with your driver's license and everything, because I don't have a driver's license. And I'm just thinking, like, you have more options than me, and I don't have a car. And if I go homeless, if I lose my job, I can't just go sign up for Uber and make money right away. Even though I have multiple streams of income because it's just a smart thing to do. But I'm watching these YouTube videos and people are talking about they're going to the food bank. I just saw one, and this woman, she's like, I'm a stay-at-home wife, a family of 6, and I'm going to the food bank and you're driving a nice car. I'm trying to understand it because I don't drive. I don't have a car, but I'm gainfully employed with multiple jobs and I'm single and I can support myself. And I'm trying to figure out, why are these food banks allowing this? Because my job's not too far from a food bank, multiple food banks. And I'm looking at these people and I'm like, okay, you're the one in need. I'm the one that's taking public transit. And you live in a nice ass house and you're driving a nice ass car and you're in line for the food bank. And I'm confused. I'm looking at you and your house and your car and looking at me, and I live in a nice neighborhood, but I don't have a car and I don't have a house. And I'm looking at these people and I'm like, okay, you're the one that's having a hard time. I would look at me and I would look at you and I would think, okay, I'm the one having the hard time, but you're in the line for the food bank. I go to the grocery store and I don't have the option to do Uber, Instacart, Lyft, all this other stuff, or apply to be a driver anywhere, on top of being able to just do a normal cashier, office job, whatever. And I'm trying to understand, why the hell are you getting help? And especially if I don't want to be a hater, but it's no other way to say it without being a hater. If you're a stay-at-home mom and you don't have some kind of severe disability, whether that could be postpartum, depression, or some kind of physical disability, it's like, okay, I can understand. Or even, I would even accept if you were about to give birth, because I hear when you're about to give birth, you don't get paid. So, like, in those situations, I'd understand being a stay-at-home mom, but going to a food bank. But then I'm thinking, okay, you have this nice-ass house, you have these nice-ass cars, you live in a nice-ass area of multi-million-dollar houses, and you're in line for the food bank, and you're driving Escalade, Bentley, Mercedes, BMW, and I'm just like, okay, you're in the line for the food bank I don't have a car and I don't have a multi-million-dollar house. But but I should be helping you. I'm trying to understand, why the fuck would I help somebody who lives in a multi-million-dollar house, driving a Mercedes, a Escalade, and all this other stuff? I'm trying to figure out, why the fuck would I help you? The same thing is when I hear about people on welfare. It's like, okay, I'm all for it. You're having a hard time, you need help, whatever. But my question is, why are you driving a car? I don't want to be a hater, but I don't have a car. I'm not on welfare. I can afford a car, but I see no point in driving a car because I'm not sitting in traffic, getting up early and all this other stuff when I can take a commuter bus and get on there and go to sleep. So I don't understand that either. Like, how are you paying for your car insurance, your gas, and all this stuff, and you're on welfare? It's like, I think it's like, if you need to go on welfare and all this other stuff, sell your car. If you need to go to the food bank, you're not, or like, I don't even get, like, why do you even need to go on welfare? If you have a car, you can pick up an extra shift on your day off, Uber, all the Instacart, Lyft, Amazon delivery, so many companies out there. And it's like, you don't even have to do an interview or anything. You just sign up. So I'm trying to figure out, why are you on welfare too? I think if you own a car, that shouldn't even be an option to be able to go on welfare or get any government benefits, because you have an automatic way of making money. It's like, you lose your job, you can just get up and go drive your car and do Uber and other stuff. Instacart, you can do stuff with people in your car, people without your car. You can even apply for a job and stuff. So it's like, if I lost my job, or say if I only had, well, if I lost my job, I'd still have a job to go to. I'd still have a bunch of jobs to go to. Like, I could have went today, but I didn't want to because it was raining. But I have a job to go to later, because I have a job to go to every hour of the day if I want to keep me busy. But I try to only show up at least 80 hours a week somewhere to work. But I choose not to buy a car. But if I wanted to, I could buy a car. But I'm just saying, why are people with cars getting government benefits, getting food stamps, getting all this other stuff? And then people want to say, oh, depression, social anxiety. Okay, you have social anxiety. You can go drive for Instacart. You can drive for Amazon and make no contact with people. And I'm just like, okay, you can do package delivery and all this stuff. And I even I saw something on Uber where there's like package delivery. So I'm just thinking, why? Because it's like, I cannot understand, why is somebody living in a multi-million-dollar house, driving an Escalade, a Bentley, a Mercedes, all this other stuff, and they're in the food line saying that they need help? It's like, no, I don't care if you need help. And then you're asking me to donate, and it's like, no, why am I donating to help you? And you might you have more assets than me. You have a multi-million-dollar house. You have this expensive ass car, even though car values go down after they're off the lot, but you still have a way to make money and get something out of that car. And if I lost, not one job, but say if I had one job and that was my only source of income and I lost that, then I'd be shit out of luck and homeless, where I'd actually need help and I have no car to depend on. So I'm trying to figure this out, because I'm not trying to be a hater, but when I was walking by these food banks, because in this area near my job, there are a lot of food banks. And I'm looking at these people and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And it's like, I'm supposed to be helping you and feel bad for you. You live in a multi-million-dollar mansion, driving an expensive car. And it's like, I don't care. And then it's like, okay, I feel bad for the government employees and everything. It's like, okay, if you're a government employee and you're the janitor, I feel bad for you. Because you probably make less money and didn't think about saving and all this stuff. But then again, I always hear about janitors and they're driving like 5 and 6 different cars and stuff in multiple houses. So it's like, should I feel bad for the janitor? No, because I've never met a broke janitor. Which is weird because the people that make more money than the janitor often, you would think they would have more. But no, I always hear about these damn janitors. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with the janitors? Is there like some like secret? Because it's like, why do I always hear about a janitor owning like 5 or 6 houses, showing off all these sports cars and stuff? And it's like, I don't know. This is what I've seen in janitors. I don't know what goes on, but that's what I've seen. So it's like, because you would think, feel bad for the janitor, but it's like, no, this janitor is probably a low-key millionaire. And all these other people that are treating the janitor bad, they're probably, when they need to go find a place to live, probably renting a place from the janitor. Yeah. Because it's like, what the hell are these janitors doing? I don't know. Every janitor I've met has like at least 5, 6 houses. And that's in California. So it's like, what the hell are these janitors doing? I don't know. And then having multiple fancy cars. But I'm having a hard time feeling bad for people when I'm seeing all this stuff at the food banks. People talking about they need help. And I'm looking, and there are these videos where people are going to the food bank and then they're going back to their house and they have these nice cars. I'm thinking like, okay, maybe that's just in my area. But it's like, no, on YouTube, people are going to the food bank. They have these nice ass cars and stuff. And I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on with the food bank? And then they're showing their houses and I'm like, what the hell? You live in a nice ass house. And then there's always that thing where you could do a background check and rent out a room to somebody for extra money or something. But it's like, because you have a guest house and a pool and stuff. And I'm just like, what the hell? Why should I be helping you? And it's like, it makes no damn sense to me. But if someone can explain it to me, watch and subscribe. Bye. Because I'm not hating on people that are on food stamps. My thing is, if you have more options with the car and all this other stuff, and I don't get why people are driving up to the food bank in fancy cars and they're going to the welfare office in these fancy cars. I'm like trying to figure out like, what the hell is going on? I don't know. But if you like, watch, and subscribe, explain to me. I don't understand. And I personally think if you have multiple baby daddies, it's like, that just sounds like messed up and everything, but that's a whole nother topic. And then it's like, yeah, you screwed yourself, but whatever. Watch, subscribe, and try and explain to me, because I don't understand the fancy cars, designer clothes, multi-million-dollar houses at the food bank. Yeah, bye.